Hi friends, it's me, Ari, and welcome back to my channel. I am trying out this style of intro. Typically on my channel, I make things myself. I DIY anything and everything that I can. Sometimes I upcycle, sometimes I use raw materials, and other times I have no idea what I'm doing. I look on Pinterest, I look on YouTube, I look in other people's trash. No shame in the dumpster diving game. Do you hear me? This week, I would consider it an upcycle because these jeans are thrifted. I had bought them a few months ago and they're nice. They have the perfect mom jean cut. They were about $6. I got them at a Goodwill. No, I think I got it from, 2nd Avenue. Yeah, I got it from 2nd Avenue thrift stores. They're great, but I had been surfing on the web and I saw on Pinterest this hand embroidery that looked amazing. I wanted to give it a go. I hadn't ever embroidered anything, and these jeans were so thick. The material was so thick, it was just screaming embroider. Whatever. I basically ordered a bunch of embroidery thread on Amazon, and I thought to myself, this is probably going to take a little while, but I'm so looking forward to the challenge. You know me, and anything difficult and DIY, I'm like, I'm your girl. And I always never regret it, even though sometimes I want to rip my hair out. I never regret it because if it doesn't work out, then I learn from it. And if it does work out, I have like this really cool thing that I could be like, hi, I made this. Thanks. Made it with these little things right here. So I am going to show you my process. It didn't take as long as I thought it would. It was a learning curve. And I am just really happy with how they turned out. I think they look very similar, if not identical, to what the original designer had created. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you stick around, and I hope that you subscribe. Click the bell next to the subscribe button, and it notifies you when I release new videos. If you haven't already, share my videos with your loved ones, and I will see you at the end of this video, and I love you. I found this photo on Facebook, and I loved the floral design. It sort of looks like a garden, but the leaves are overflowing onto the pocket, and the pocket's still functional, which I thought was incredibly creative. And I figured I have similar jeans, I might as well try to recreate it. I purchased some embroidery thread on Amazon. This was about $7, and it came with like 40 colors, something crazy like that. And I had this embroidery needle already, so you may have caught my huge mistake. The good thing about embroidery is my mistake is fixable. If you hang around, very shortly I'm going to show you how to correct it. As I'm struggling here, I don't yet realize what mistake I have made. Is she gonna notice?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never.
Thankfully, you can just remove the thread from the needle and then re-thread your needle and continue. It's as simple as that. I continue making my flower. At the end of each flower, you can either lock your seam And if you YouTube some videos on how to lock a seam, it's super simple. But I just decided to go from flower to the next flower and so on until I'm done with that color. And then I lock my seam and continue on to the next color. I started with these tulip looking flowers and then continued on to a sunflower. After the sunflower, I go in and create some filler greenery. I'm not really sure what any of these flowers are called, but I'm kind of winging it. It's not identical to the original creation, but it's my rendition of it. And here's what I have so far. That's the knot that you create before you start any hand sewing. You basically wrap thread around the end of your finger about 3 times and then roll it down that same finger with another finger and pull it so that you create a knot. It's very simple. So I start on the pocket area, making sure that I don't go through 2 layers of denim again. And I'm kind of winging it with the shape of the leaves. I wanted it to be handcrafted, not messy, but I wanted some of the fabric to poke out, almost creating a 3-dimensional effect. And here I'm doing some French knots. I wrap the fabric around the needle a few times and then pull it through. Pretty similar to how to make the initial knot. And I'm loving the way that this particular vine looks 3-dimensional. And I just love that the French knots help it to pop out. So I added another one to the other side. I loved it so much. So since the embroidery thread collection that I bought on Amazon did not come with brown thread, I had to work with what I had. And I had bought this brown and gold thinner thread at Michael's. And I thought to myself, okay, there's orange in this embroidery thread pack. I can somehow join the 2 threads and help it look brown with the darkness of this thinner thread and a combination of the orange in the thicker thread. And yeah, it doesn't look completely brown like a real sunflower, but it has little sparkles peeking through, and I actually like the way that it turned out. I continued that same method on the other sunflower. And look at the sparkles peeking through. I love it. To add the stems to the sunflowers, I go back in with just a simple straight stitch, alternating from longer to shorter stitches. And this is just me being creative, just having fun. I switch over to a lighter green color for the stems to the other flowers, and I'm nearly done. Because I had so much purple in this collection of thread, I decided to add 2 different colors and thread them through the same needle. And by using this method, it actually made the lilac look realistic. I ended up loving it so much that I added another lilac right next to it. I hope you felt inspired to do something out of your comfort zone, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you recreate something like this, tag me on Instagram. I'll put my handle in the description box. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you guys next time.